and welcome back to my channel, Tea Time with Naomi, with me, Naomi, and my customary cup of tea, and Jess and her customary cup of tea. Jess, why don't you introduce yourself quickly?
Hi, my name is Jess, and my channel is 𝚑𝚘𝚗'𝚝, where I fail at YouTube.
She wins at YouTube. Wins. Okay, so today we're going to be doing the Thank You Next book tag.
Thank you. Next.
So the first question is, name the book that you thank you next, aka a book that you DNF'd. I don't particularly DNF books, or rather I say I don't, and what I do is I put them on hold for like a year or two.
A year.
It's been like 2 years since I held this book, and that is 1984 by George Orwell. I just so when Trump came into presidency, I was like, I need to know all about dystopian futures because that's what's gonna happen. Legit, I was like, I need to be prepared. So
it's happening.
It is.
It's already happening.
It is already happening. But so I was like, I'll read this book, and the first half was great. First 50%, I was well into it. I was like, yes, George Orwell, you've nailed this. And then there came like way too many pages about romance, and I love romance, like I love a good romance in a book, but this was just, I was like, I'm not here for the romance, George.
Mate, stop.
I'm here for the fucked up society. Apparently that's, you know.
I read that book in like year 6.
Oh my god, that's so long ago. They made you read that in year 6?
Yeah!
That seems a bit weird.
You know what else they made me read in year 6? Like, what was it, Animal Town or Animal Farm?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So my grandparents, like my grandparents raised me, and there was a cartoon version of it, and they thought it was like a happy film about animals.
Yeah, no.
And I watched it, and like the scene with
Like,
the horse when Boxer gets sent away, I remember just sitting there like, why? Yeah, that's the book that I've put on hold / DNF'd.
So for me, I DNF'd this one actually very recently. I DNF'd it in December. So I DNF'd Poison Study by Maria A. Snyder, or Maria N. Snyder. I don't remember which initial she has for her middle name, but that's the one that I DNF'd because it had literally no plot, no character building, no world building, and all of the characters were just bland. I got like 50 pages into it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done. Goodbye. Then?
Are they as bland as Bella of Twilight?
Like, sort of. Like, they have a little bit more character than Bella, but
they don't freak out when people ask you about the weather.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, I'll just never get over that. I'll just never get over that. You're asking me about the weather. Yes, bitch, it's a common question. You moved from a very sunny place to a rainy place.
I feel like that's like, British people ask about the weather all the time.
No, it's our favourite topic. It's our favourite topic. Oh, so the weather yesterday was great, wasn't it? Yeah, it was banging. Standard conversation. That's how you make friends.
So the second question is a book that taught you love, and for this one I am choosing Girls of Paper and Fire by 𝚑𝚘𝚗'𝚝. I loved this book, and if you watch my vlogs, then I will scream about it in the tag that I did with Naomi over on my channel. But I love this book so much. It is so cute, and the romance is an LGBT romance. It's adorable. I need to stop saying it's so cute, but it is so cute, and it just like reminded me of my teenage years when I first fell in love with a girl, and it just brought back so many nice feelings, and it's just so cute, and you should all read it because it's amazing.
Like, I've never read this book, but because you love it so much, I'm like, I love this book.
Yeah,
I really need to read it. It's definitely high on my TBR list. For me, so this is a very sentimental book, and this is Wolf Brother by Michelle Paver, and this is the book that made me fall in love with reading. I was really young, and I accidentally bought the second one in a shop.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about this.
So my dad Guillaume, my grandfather, he went out and he ordered me the first book, and I just ate it up. I think I've reread it like 4 times in my life, and it is just a beautiful story. It's about Torak and his travels through this world. I think it's very heavily inspired by Native Canadian and Native American.
Oh, really?
Yeah, law, as far as I know. But yeah, it has kind of like those echoes to it. And it is just beautiful. It's fantastical, it's magic realism, and the writing is just fantastic. Like, her writing research must have been outstanding because she knows so much about berries and how to make shoes out of a dead animal. It's very incredible. Yeah, but yeah, it's an amazing book and I loved it so much. So the next question is a book that taught you patience. And for me, I think it's gonna have to be Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I absolutely adored this book. I think I read it in 2017. Absolutely loved it. But it was the first time that I'd read such a long book in, well, like probably like since I've read *𝚑𝚘𝚗'𝚝 of Fire as a kid.
Oh my god, I hate the *𝚑𝚘𝚗'𝚝 of Fire.
I love that one.
I hate it.
But yeah, so it took me quite a while to read this book because reading anxiety was quite real, but I adored it so much. And yeah, I was patiently waiting to get through it, but it was a good kind of patience. It wasn't like, this is shit, I'm waiting for you to get better. This was, I'm enjoying this read even though it's taken me forever.
I've had quite a few books like that. The one that I can think of the most for like this question is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. So Lady Midnight is the first book in the Dark Artifices series, and I won't say anything about the plot because it's spoilery if you have not read the Mortal Instruments series by the same author. But this is a really long book. Just thought you'd point to yourself, girl, you need to do that.
I know, I need to.
So good. This was a really long book. I had just come out of hospital when I started reading again. And so like, it was a really long book for me to start with. I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna start with reading a 500-page book. Let's go, let's do this thing, yeah. So it was really long, but I devoured it. It was so good. The plot was just amazing and the character building was fantastic, and you just see all of the loose ends tied up with the previous couple of books, like the Mortal Instruments and the Infernal Devices. You can just see it all like twined together, and you see like cameos from different people, and
I love cameos in books.
It's so good. But yeah, while it took me a long time to finish that, I adored it. So I feel like that one taught me patience.
Nice.
Yeah.
The next question is a book that taught you pain. Now, yeah, this is very easy for me. This is All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven, and this book tore my heart apart and did not mend it. It was beautifully written though, and it is about mental health, and it's essentially a story of a girl who learns to live from her boy who wants to die. And it is beautifully written. There are 2 point of views, from Violet, the girl, and Finch, the boy, and it was just so beautiful, and it taught me real visceral pain. It took me a year to read it. I started January 2018 and I finished it in December 2018.
Oh, man.
I just could not read it in one sitting, but on saying that, it was one of the most beautiful books I've ever read. I would advise caution if you do want to read it, if you have suffered with mental health like I have. I would definitely maybe read it in small increments.
The book that I can think of for this particular question is 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚘 by Courtney Summers. So basically, 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚘 is about a girl who runs away to kill her sister's murderer, or to find him and inflict him pain. And it has a lot of undertones of like child sexual abuse, and it's just absolutely gut-wrenching. Definitely would trigger warning, like rape, murder, sexual assault, pedophilia, all of that stuff. Like, it is terrible. And I think the tagline, or like one of the taglines for the book, is like, nobody thinks of girls like 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚘 who go missing. And I cried so hard in this book. It is absolutely gut-wrenching. Like I said, like, it's the book that I think I've cried the most reading. And yeah, you need to read it, obviously, but again, trigger warning for a lot of things.
Yeah, like books with trigger warnings, like another one I'm thinking of is Asking Fire by Louise O'Neill. Like, they're just really hard books to read, but I think they do have some importance. Like, all of these highlight suicide, teen suicide, rape, and just issues that are way too prevalent in our day and age.
Did you ever read any Ellen Hopkins books?
No, I didn't.
No? Another one that I can think of that like taught me some pain is Impulse by Ellen Hopkins. It's about like 3 kids who are in like a psych ward, and one of like the main characters is like a heavy like self-harmer, And I was reading that while I was going through all of that in my teen years, and like that's another one that was like
I don't think I could
really
read
hard
that
hitting.
while
Yeah,
I was in that age, like at that stage of my mental health. I just could not have done that. The Shock of the Fall, on the other hand, is a book that will teach you pain and love at the same time. So if you want a much more hopeful mental health book, The Shock of the Fall by 𝚑𝚘𝚗𝚘 is a really good choice. I've also met him, he's very lovely.
I need to read more mental health novels.
Me too, but I'm always really cautious.
Me too.
So the next is a book that you loved at the time, but not so much in hindsight, even though it did teach you something. For me, this has to be The Surface Breaks by Louise O'Neill, because even though it was in my video about my top favourite books of 2018, the more I think about it, I still love it, but I don't quite love it as much as I did. Mainly because when I think about it, the feminist tones perhaps could have been done better. I would have changed some of the storyline around just to make it seem more empowering. But saying that, I think there are a lot of really good lessons and a lot of warnings in there for young women and the society in which they live in. It's quite a cautionary tale, which I don't think is overly a bad thing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, I loved it for its message, but not as much as I did because perhaps the story could have been done a bit differently.
For this question, I chose A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. A Court of Thorns and Roses, like that entire series, will mean a lot to me for forever, but there have been things that I have been thinking about for this specific series that I think maybe aren't great. The diversity rep is not great. I'm obviously not going to spoil it for Naomi because I think she wants to read those books.
I've never read anything by Sarah J. Maas, and I feel like I'm missing out because everyone in the booktube community keeps raving about them, and I'm just like...
Yeah, everybody loves them. But I have found like the main relationship makes a lot of people uncomfortable, and I never used to realize why, and now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, that makes sense. So whilst it will always mean a lot to me personally, it has helped me a lot in my life. I don't think that it will ever be my favorite book again, and it's kind of sad, but
I mean, you grow up and you outgrow books sometimes, and that's okay because you lived them at the time, and that's what's important. Like when you read them, they helped you. So I don't ever feel bad about outgrowing books because they helped me at the time, and that's what's important. The next question is a book you're currently talking to, aka a book that you have the hots for. And for me, that's very easy. It is going to be The Wicked King by Holly Black.
She's not even read it yet.
No, I don't even have to read it yet. Like, honestly, I'm so excited. I've already reread The Cruel Prince. I'm now reading The Lost Sisters, which is a very small 50-page book between The Cruel Prince and The Wicked King. And then I'm gonna just crack on with The Wicked King, and I cannot wait. Cannot wait. I just want to see more of Marduk. Everyone's like, Carter, and I'm like, no though. The DILF that is Marduk.
Oh my god.
But seriously, he's just a really good character. I think that Holly Black wrote him amazingly. He is such a complex character, and I'm really dying to see more of him, so.
There you go. The book that I currently have a crush on is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo.
I need to read this.
My actual literal girlfriend slash wife, Nina Zenik, is in Six of Crows. And yeah, that's who I have the hots for, so we're just gonna go with Six of Crows because
why not?
She needs to marry me.
Do you hear that, Nina, whatever your last name is, can't say
Zenik.
Zenik, Nina Zenik. Please
Nina
marry
Zenik.
Jess.
Yes, please put a ring on this. Please.
Okay, so
step on me.
So that's a weird fetish.
I don't know.
And the last one is name a book that's gonna last, aka a book that has helped you love yourself. And for me, this is going to be Fierce Fairy Tales by Nikita Gill. I read this at the very end of 2018 and it blew me away. Like the first poem, like the first 4 lines in this book, I'm going to get tattooed on me because they just meant so much to me. And the whole book is just one big feminist party. And I really love this because it's a feminist book, but like a true feminist book, like that talks about men and the issues that they face as well, such as, you know, having to oppress their emotions, and, you know, boys will be boys and suck it up and all that, those awful things that we put on men.
Intersectionality, yes, is the only type of feminism
Exactly, which is why I love this so much. It also talks about women of color as well, and yeah, it just literally includes everyone. It includes everyone, and it's so beautiful. And she does this through retellings of fairy tales. A really interesting one is it's like a poem slash short story about Cinderella's stepmother and why she is the way she is. And once I read it, I don't think I'll ever be able to watch Cinderella and feel the same like hatred towards the stepmother, because yeah, that's just made me see her in a whole different light. Probably not one that the actual writer intended, but one that is now permeated in my brain.
Different narratives reach different people in different ways, so it doesn't really matter what the director of the actual thing intended.
Nope.
That's what you take away from it anyways.
Exactly.
The book that lasts for me is 𝚑𝚬𝚘𝚎 by 𝚑𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚘. And so this is a fantasy novel about two soft gays that fall in love and are really cute.
Soft gays.
Soft gays. They are soft gay princesses. They're so soft and I love them. So basically this novel is about two princesses who fall in love despite all of the political turmoil that is surrounding them, and it basically involves like hidden magic and just soft gays.
Soft gays for days. Hashtag soft gays for days.
Literally, it's like the first book where I was like, oh, people actually write about this stuff now. This is awesome.
It is awesome.
I was really excited.
It is awesome. It is so important. Like, I'm so glad that, you know, kids these days are growing up with the kind of books that we never had. Like, or if we did, they were like very hard to find.
Yeah, because they were always placed in like the erotica section, because apparently being gay or LGBTQIA+ is like fucking
sexual.
awful and sexual, and you should feel bad about it and you should feel ashamed of it, and so you're gonna go to the erotica
people are all super promiscuous, right? Like,
yeah, oh yeah, I am such a slut because I'm bi. It's like, it's okay to be a slut, that's fine, but it doesn't immediately like pin me as promiscuous just because I'm bi.
Exactly.
This is turning into a political event now.
The word slut is just rubbish anyway. Like, why do women feel bad about wanting to sleep with many people?
Exactly.
Like, girls, if you want to go sleep around, you go do it. I'm not going to call you a slut. I'm going to call you empowered. Just do what you want.
If you want to be a soft gay that falls in love with another princess, then you can do that too.
Yeah.
If you want to read stuff like that, you should read 𝚑𝚬𝚘𝚎, because I feel like nobody talks about this book and it's so cute.
I didn't even know it existed. Like,
yeah, it's awful. Yeah. And the author is so amazing. Like,
who's the author?
𝚑𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚘. She's so cute. She just had a baby.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, her and her wife just had a baby.
That literally just warmed my heart. I have like tears in my eyes. That's beautiful. First person I'm going to tag is Kennedy from A Fangirl's Bookshelf. She is really great. I love her content, and I would just love to see what her next tag is. Your turn.
I'm pretty sure that everybody that I want to tag has already done this tag.
Maybe.
So my tag is to anybody who hasn't done this tag yet and wants to be tagged. Do this tag, fam.
Such a cop-out, okay. And I will also tag...
I'm terrible.
You are. I'm just looking for... Who am I tagging? There we go. I'm also going to tag 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚘 from my bookish babbles, because she's just really cute. And I love her, and yeah, I want her to be my friend, so I'm tagging her. So let's be friends. I sound like such a creep. I know, I promise. I just like making friends.
Yes.
On the internet, because I don't have many in real life.
Yeah. Same. Oh.
Same. Literally, I'm moving back to a tiny ass village where I know hardly anyone, because I spent most of my life living away from home. So
you'll be back here in 6 months, and then you'll have me. So
I don't want to leave you.
Me either.
Forget leaving Chad. I just want to leave Jess.
Yeah, fuck the fiance.
He's gonna watch this and be like, tears.
Just crawling in my skin. That's gonna be him.
Seriously though.
Yeah.
Okay, this video got really weird, but we're gonna end it. So thank you so much for watching. As I said, please do go check out Jess, and the fun video that we made together has cakes and books, and where else do you want? Okay, that's it for today. Bye guys.
Bye. We did it. We did it. Finally. murderer of her sister's killer.
Listen.
So Sadie. Fuck.